So today's story is going to be a thrilling story in 2025. In the beginning, we see a dangerous scene. Let's start with the main lead of our story, i.e., Mike is rock climbing without any support. He completes it and gets a lot of happiness from it. And then in the next scene, we see him with a psychiatrist. Mike tells him that he measured the hill without any support, and she was also surprised to hear this. But she warns him that you shouldn't do all this. You are not feeling well. If something happens to you, you will regret it forever. But Mike says he is absolutely fine. Actually, his younger brother died in an accident years ago. He was deeply shocked by this. That's why his doctor told him to go to the psychiatrist. But Mike thinks he is absolutely fit and fine. Meanwhile, miles away, we see a dangerous road in Nepal, on which a bus is moving towards its destination. There are some passengers in it. Because the road is one way, a truck comes in front. So the bus driver tells him to move back. But he seems to have come for the same purpose. He forcibly started pushing their bus. As soon as he came to the side, so much to the side that one of his tires slipped, and the whole bus fell into the ravine, due to which all the passengers die a very painful death. And during this incident, we see a person talking on the phone. So it was not an accident, but a planning. But what will anyone get by taking the lives of those innocent people? On the other hand, when Mike is looking at his brother's last remaining belongings, he gets a note in which it was written that if he dies, then blow his ashes in the Himalayas, because that place is the purest for him. After reading this, Mike immediately booked a ticket to Kathmandu. That is, we're going to see the rest of the story in Nepal. But before that, let's see what is actually going on in Nepal. A person named Rudra tells the citizens there that he is going to build a very big dam with the government. But for that, he will have to remove all the houses and juggies around him. And for this, the locals there were not at all agreeable. Then a person named Ganesh Roy comes to calm them down, who helps a lot of people. He explained to everyone that if that dam is built, electricity will come to everyone's homes, and it will be very beneficial in many other things. Stay very pure for us, so we should also keep it safe. So don't worry, I take responsibility for all these things. No one will be harmed. If that dam is built, it will be very beneficial for all of us. Everyone agrees with him. Meanwhile, Ganesh's son comes running and tells him that the Daji's bus has fallen into a ditch, which has killed him. Now he immediately stops his speech in the middle. Here Micah has already boarded the plane. But even today, she remembers the last moment with her brother when he dropped her for the last time. Actually, his brother was in the military, and his dream was that he would go to see the Himalayan range. But while in the military, he could not do this work. And then one day he was shot during a mission, although he came back alive from there. But a few days later, he died. His dream was incomplete. But now Micah has set out to fulfill his wishes. While landing, he meets a girl named Donnie who will guide him here. She tells him a lot about Nepal, and then both of them go in the bus, which would take them straight to Mount Everest. There were other people in his bus who were going there by truck. One of them had an argument with a girl named Donnie because he threw his bag down, but that girl also had one, who is known as a professor. He apologizes to her and ends the conversation. Meanwhile, we also see Vijay, who is Ganesh's son. He got a call from his father, who told him to go away from wherever he is, because now their lives are in danger. Because the people who have been stopped by the dam, they are now after them. They are looking for them and killing them. As soon as Vijay hears this, he goes to the bus to Everest. But he did not notice that there was a girl named Saini behind him, and her people are watching. And they also took their step in that bus. And then after a while, they took the whole bus under their control. They threw everyone's phone outside. Then he pointed his gun at the driver and said that now this bus will not go where it was going, but tell him to take it to the way we told him to go. The driver is also scared. He did what he was saying. Danny thought they would be some local goons. That's why he said to Mike that we have to do something. He was also ready. That's why he saw everything in the bus in great detail, during which he found a hole in which he inserted the stick, which causes a tire puncture in the bus. Now Mike has changed his seat, and the environment of the bus has also started to get strange. Sini thought that she should inform her people now, but then Donnie attacks her, and Mike killed her companion and dropped her there. But Sini is hitting Donnie. But on the important occasion, Mike killed her and made her unconscious. Now the bus is out of control and hanging below a trench, but nothing more than this happened. That's why everyone slowly got down. That's when Mike's eyes fell on his brother's ashes, which is now in the bus. That's why he pulled it towards himself very easily. Everyone has come out now. But when he saw the police there, he felt a little strange, because the police never comes on time. So how did they come now? No one else called them. Anyway, the officer inspected everything and took Sini under his control. VJ was unconscious, so they took him to a house. But they closed all the windows and doors of that house, which Mike doesn't like. Donnie was applying ointment to Mike's wound. She told him that he was in the military before. That's why he comes to shake hands and feet. Now they are talking to each other. That we notice one more thing in the meantime. Very few people live in this village, which Donnie was also surprised to see. So the professor told him that he has come here many times before. Actually, there's a land mafia called Azar here, who wants to build a dam. On whose land he is building? He was VJ's grandfather, who was killed in a road accident a week ago. It is possible that the girl is one of the members of the same gang. In the meantime, a lot of cars started coming there, so the officer told all the passengers, "A new bus has been arranged for you. All of you can go to your destination in it, Professor." But the professor doesn't feel well. That's why he asked the officer about VJ. He said that he is still unconscious. The officer is not answering any questions correctly. He is just saying one thing again and again, that your bus is ready, you can go. On the other hand, we see Hazar, who reaches VJ from the back road. He said that he offered his father 1 crore for his land so that we can build a dam on it. But he refused. If you want your life to be saved, then tell me where he is. But VJ refuses him. If he wants, he can take his life. But he will never tell his father's address. After hearing this, it seems that Hazar's blood boils, and that's why he starts hurting him more. The driver and Mike both together fixed the bus, and that's why they didn't need that other bus. In the meantime, the professor comes and tells both Mike and Hazar that he has been living here for a long time, and that's why he knows what's going on. He told about all the incidents, how the land mafia is occupying the land here. This time they tried to plunder Ganesh Roy's land because they want to build a dam, which is not good for this village and the whole of Nepal. That Ganesh Roy's son is VJ. Now they felt something was wrong. That's why they went to the officer. He said that he wants to meet VJ, but he clearly refused. That's when he heard his scream from inside, and this made Mike suspicious. He killed the officer and stopped inside, during which all the truth came in front of him, because Hazar was torturing VJ there. Without time, he took everyone inside with a gun. Then the professor came and told Hazar that he is a human activist, and he knows what's going on here. That's why he informed the American embassy that he is going to come here at any time. Now Hazar didn't like this, and that's why he shot him in front of his daughter and killed him. Then the bullets started coming from both sides, and these people were successful in getting VJ out. But about the same bullet, Mike was shot. But in time, he caught the bus in the same halt. Driver Steve runs the bus at full speed, but in front of him were those people who shot him, which injured him. But in time, Mike also controlled the bus in his injured state. At the same time, the gate chief is shooting at the people of blind Hazar, with which they all turn aside, and then these people immediately run away with the bus. But now the game is ruined, because Hazar feels that these passengers are not ordinary people. He will fool them and leave. They all went ahead of him, and that's why he put his men to work. And here, these people are moving forward with the bus. But Kate was very sad when her father died. That's why Donnie encourages her and tells her that she gave her life fighting, not hiding like a coward. In the meantime, she saw the driver, who was very much injured, although Donnie hurts her. But she knew that her time had come, but he didn't want to die in his own bus. That's why he got him off the bus. He sat him aside. But no one was going to leave him like that. but everyone lost in front of his stubbornness and moved on from there. Now the road ahead is very dangerous, on which it is not easy to drive the bus. But Mike was ready to do this, because he has to go to the Chinese border from the same road, where Vijay's father is still present. That's why Mike slowly started getting off the bus, but his engine stopped in the middle. That means the bus was now in his hands. He had to show the direction of the bus, with which he is capable in the beginning. But in the end, he loses his balance, which caused the bus to go ahead and hit a stone, and turned over, although no one gets hurt in them. On the other hand, Ajar and his accomplices are moving fast towards them. But on the way, they saw the driver injured, so he came to him and asked where the rest of the people went. He didn't say anything in return for which he died, and on this side, these people fixed the bus with the help of some things in the trench and straightened it. That means he is now able to walk. During this time, Ajar receives a message from his father on Vijay's phone, who asks him where he has just reached. Seeing this, Ajar replied to him and asked him his location. After finding out, he immediately sent a biker there, who got down from the mountains and quickly reached there. When he went inside, there was a person sitting there, on whom he shot a lot. But actually it was not Ganesh, it was someone else, and now he was able to think of something else. Then there is an explosion in the house, in which the biker also dies. After a while, these people also reach there. But when Vijay saw the burning house, he got scared. But then his father came to the side, who saw him and realized his life. But in the meantime, Mike became unconscious there, that his wound has become very deep. That's why he was immediately brought in. Then Ganesh asked his daughter to bring the first aid kit, and then Ganesh treated him. Here Ajar is going into the trench with his people, where he had fixed his bus. Then he got the news that his biker was blown up. That's why he told his people to go in different directions, so that if he is seen anywhere, he kills him there. In the meantime, one of his companions told him that it is possible that he is going near the border, which is not good for us. That's why we have to get there before he gets there. Now at night, Donnie took out Mike's bullets. But seeing this, the cat is very scared. What if something happens to him? But she explains that he's not going to die so easily. You go and get water. But as soon as she went out, suddenly she saw Ganesh, and then a goon attacked him. But at the right time, Vijay killed him from behind and saved his life. After this, Donnie teaches the cat some tricks, so that at least he can protect himself. In the morning, Mike regained consciousness, but now there was a new problem in front of him. He had to go across the trench, for which the bus had to go the other way with the help of a crane. Ganesh takes responsibility for this and tells everyone to sit in the bus. But before the bus goes that way, Ajar's people reach there, whom Ganesh faces, but he is killed there. And after that, blind bullets start raining on the bus. That's why Mike comes out himself and starts giving headshots one by one. He kills them all. Then he jumps into the control room of the crane, but he sees Saini there. There's a lot of fight between the two, and at this moment Mike throws him out. The game had become more serious in all this. In the meantime, Saini fired a bazooka, which caught fire and hit a tunnel, because of which she started falling. But before that, Mike gets out of there. When Saini's bullets ran out, she herself entered the bus, and whoever was coming in front of her, she was being killed. But no one gave up. They fought together. Mike gave control of the bus to Vijay and started fighting with the police officer, who entered with Saini. Now first he killed him and threw him out. On the other hand, Donnie went into Saini's neck and threw him out too, by which both of them are killed when they fall out. That means these people are safe now, but the condition of their bus is very bad. Mike says that there is one person left, who was Ajar, who was running with his car. Then these people came in front of him with their bus. Mike first saw in Ajar's eyes, as if he was saying, "This is the revenge of all those people." After this, he pushed his car and dropped it in the trench. After this, it was time for everyone to go. That's why these people said goodbye to each other. And before going, Mike wants to complete that work, for which he came here. He went to the base of Everest and blew his brother's ashes. He freed him. Donnie took him to the airport. Actually, in the past few days, both of them have started loving each other. But no one had the courage to tell each other anything. Now it's time for the flight. That's why Mike hugs him and leaves. But after a while, he remembers his brother's words. Never live alone. Like, we need ropes to climb the mountains. Likewise, to live life happily. It is necessary to have a partner's support. That's why when Mike came out, he saw that Donnie was stuck in traffic. But he saw her, and both of them expressed their love, with which the story ends here. How did you like the story? Do tell us by commenting. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.